Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Fours and Sixes with the New Indian Express. This is me, Gomesh, and joining with me today is our senior special correspondent Firoz Mirza. Firoz,
Hello,
thank you for joining.
it's my pleasure.
So it's been a while, but in this episode we will be talking about the takeaways of the India men's tour to West Indies, especially the white ball leg of the series with the World Cup on the horizon. India played three ODIs and five T20s. They won the ODI leg 2-1 and lost the T20Is 3-2. But more than the results in itself, there are lot of experiments that the Indian team management were trying to do with the combinations that they want to figure out for the World Cup, especially in the middle order of sorts. Firoz, what do you think is the biggest takeaway, or is there a bigger takeaway for India from this series?
Yeah, definitely. Means takeaways are there. I don't know how good the team was because we have played three ODIs there. We have won the series. There are few players who did well, but still there are few things which need to be sorted out before the marquee event starts in the country, and it's less than 2 months away. So lots of work India needs to do, and for that to happen, I think now we should stop experimenting things. Now we should decide the spots, because the biggest problem I think which was there in the West Indies series was the number four slot, which hasn't decided yet, and number four plays an important role, especially in the ODI setup,
Yeah.
because that is the spot where a batter comes in and he gives stability to the team if the situation is if the team is in the bad situation, and that is the spot where a batter comes in and accelerates the run rate. So there are issues which need to be sorted out before the World Cup.
The number four position is something that you mentioned. It was an issue for India in 2019 as well. Before the IPL, it sort of was settled with Shreyas Iyer, KL Rahul, and Rishabh Pant in the mix. But with Rishabh Pant ruled out, and KL Rahul and Shreyas just started match stimulation practices in the National Cricket Academy, as we know as of today. But this was an opportunity for them to try out Surya Kumar Yadav, who an experiment that hasn't worked, but it seems like they are trying to fit him at number six. But the number four slot, they at the moment it seems like they're hoping for KL Rahul to come back at number four. But does the Indian team management as a backup, if KL gets injured during the World Cup, or if something goes wrong, because the other wicket keeping option they have in the squad is Ishan Kishan, who actually opened the batting with actually Rohit Sharma batting at the middle order. Is there a trump card or something that they have kept secret, that at some point Rohit might actually come down if something goes wrong? Is there a possibility? Is that something they could have worked out by giving Sanju Samson an opportunity, who hasn't done well in this series? We have to mention he hasn't made most of his opportunities, but is that something the team management has missed doing in this series?
Now India, I don't think they have a lot of time with them, because now if we talk about World Cup, everything the team is doing, it is for the World Cup. We should have done this thing long before. Yeah, I understand there are things which is beyond our control, which is not controllable. The example is injuries to Shreyas Iyer, injuries to KL Rahul, then Rishabh Pant. It was an unfortunate accident. But as you talked about, backup plan should always be there. I don't know whether the team has a backup plan or not. I don't know who will come in to fill that slot. But for now, it looks like we do. The team doesn't have any other option. Either they have to open with Ishan Kishan, as you told me, and they have to bring someone down the order. But how long will it work? That is not
Yeah.
known.
Yeah.
So it's better that either KL Rahul or Shreyas Iyer get fit in time. They get some matches under their belt before playing for the country in the
World
event.
Cup.
So yeah, we can hope India gets its combination right before the event begins.
Well, it's not like there weren't any positives at all. Uh, Yashasvi Jaiswal for one, he did really well in the Red Bull matches, and he also did well in the T20 format. But one name that keeps coming up is Tilak Verma, who has impressed everybody in the T20 eyes, and a lot of them, including R Ashwin, has thrown his name, into the mix for the ODI World Cup, because he's a left-hander. He can come and bat in the middle order, kind of fits in the puzzle that he can also roll his arm and bowl a little bit of off spin as well. Is that something that Indian team management should try, because they have maximum of 5 matches in the Asia Cup and 3 matches in the series against Australia before the World Cup. They say 8, 9 matches at best before the World Cup begins. Is this something the selectors should be trying to bring someone like Tilak Verma into the mix, to see if he can fit in the middle order, or they also tried Akshar Patel at number 4 at some point. So what do you think they would want to do before the Asia Cup, considering they have a camp before leaving for Sri Lanka later this month?
So yeah, Tilak Verma is a good prospect. Even Yashasvi Jaiswal is a good prospect. But the problem is both of them were tried in the T20Is in West Indies. What I believe is that they should have been, at least one of them should have been tried in the ODI setup. Then we could have then we could have got the better picture what they could have done in the ODIs. Yeah, Yashasvi did well in Test also, but in white ball cricket, and if we talk about the two formats, both the formats are completely different. We cannot say that the one who is doing good in T20Is, he will automatically do good in ODIs. And the best example is Surya Kumar Yadav, because Surya is an explosive batsman, better, and he's an asset if we talk about the shortest form of the game. But when we talk about ODI, everybody has seen that he's not that successful. So you cannot directly send someone from T20Is to ODIs. We need to give him some time. At least he should gain some experience at the international level. Then only he can perform for the team at World
Yeah,
Cup.
yeah. What we have to talk about is how big an opportunity missed this was Sanju Samson. He's done well in the IPL, and this was a chance for him to establish himself as one of the mainstays in the Indian 11, to grab the opportunity with both hands. How big a miss for this for him?
I think Sanju is a good player, and he has proved that again and again. Yeah, means the chances he has been given so far, there are questions being raised on his inclusion in the team. But he's a good player. He can perform. He can play for the country. He can play for India. Even if we talk about the upcoming World Cup, he can be an asset for the team. But for that to happen, he needs to grab the opportunities with both the hands. Now he cannot let the guard off. He should perform, because now only 10, 8, 9 ODIs are remaining, and he needs to perform in these matches. So to fix his place in the team, yeah, he can be a trump card, especially in the subcontinental condition. And every one of us has seen how dangerous he can be when he gets into his groove. So he can be an asset, but for that to happen, he must gain some confidence before playing for the team in the World Cup.
With the West Indies series concluding, the Indian team will be directly traveling to Ireland, especially the second string team of sorts. The return of Jasprit Bumrah and Prasidh Krishna being the key talking points for that particular series. Uh, while it is understood that Mohammad Shami and Mohammad Siraj will are in the mix, and they are likely to walk into the first 11, and all eyes will be on Jasprit Bumrah, how important is him and someone like Prasidh Krishna doing well in this particular Ireland tour before getting ready for the Asia Cup, which will be happening in Sri Lanka starting from September for India.
See, return of Bumrah, everyone is expecting Jasprit Bumrah to return to the squad, because he is an integral part of the team. And if India needs to do better in this edition of the World Cup, India needs services of Jasprit Bumrah. So all eyes obviously will be on Jasprit Bumrah during the Ireland tour, and there he is captaining the team as well. So it will be good to see how he performs in his both roles. If he's fit, if he's in great shape, then there can be no bigger news for Indian fans than Bumrah back to his best. And yeah, again, you talked about Prasidh Krishna. Yeah, he can also be a very important player for the team if given a chance, because again we are playing in home condition and he knows the condition. He is a kind of veteran in domestic cricket. He has played a lot of cricket in the country. So yeah, both of them, again it depends on their form during the Ireland tour. But for me, the most important thing is Bumrah's fitness. Can he? Because I think there they are playing T20Is,
Yeah.
and here playing T20Is, and then in the 50 over matches, it's totally a different thing. Can his body take this thing? So yeah, means if he is fit, if he plays for the team there, and if he does well there, so it can be a good news for the team and for the fans.
So that's it for this particular episode. We will be a lot will be coming for you in the coming weeks with the Ireland tour and the updates on Jasprit Bumrah and how he does in Ireland, as well as the Asia Cup, which will be happening in Pakistan and Sri Lanka. India will be playing all their matches in Sri Lanka, whether it's the two league games as well as the Super Fours and the final. We so be stay tuned to the New Indian Express social handles. That's it for today. This is me, Gomesh, and Firoz signing off. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.